Hello and welcome back on this Exaforce platform demo series. On our previous demo, we discussed the SOC Insights tab that's listed underneath the Exobot Insights section inside of the platform. On today's demo, we're going to talk about the next tab over inside of here, and that's going to be Log Insights. And really what the purpose of Log Insights is just to give you visibility into the data that you're collecting and the system just letting you know, are you getting the most visibility from what is available from that particular tool might offer up from a logging perspective. So just taking a look at this, kind of giving you an overall readiness score based off of the data that you're collecting and letting you know, hey, is there anything that is potentially unhealthy? Do we have data sources down? And of course, we can get notifications for stuff like that as well. And then letting you know, like, hey, from a readiness score perspective, maybe where's some areas that we could make some improvements from data that we're already collecting inside of the environment. So with just, maybe enabling a couple more things inside of there, we could go expand focus a little bit. So for example, Amazon Route 53, we're seeing that only 4% of the VPCs have DNS query enabled inside of the environment. So just kind of giving some examples there. We'll go ahead and tab through a couple of these. So we have no Dynamo database table logging coming into this environment right now. So basically saying, hey, let's go enable CloudTrail data on those and start getting that data in. Right now, current coverage is 0. And then it'll give you just a couple tags down here as well, giving you some ideas of the environments where we see these being used. And just saying, hey, we recommend that you're at least 50% coverage on this to just give you, some type of visibility into the environment. And then I think we had one more, just looking at, VPC Flow Logs. Only 45% of our VPCs have flow logging enabled of the 402 VPCs that we have inside of there. So just recommend, hey, we'd like to see that, probably up at least around 75% inside of the environment, giving some visibility in that network traffic going on inside of your AWS account. As you come over here to the right, just system statuses, just letting you know what type of trends that we're seeing from a logging perspective. So for example, we can see these are all healthy, looking good. We do have some issues, looks like, going on with maybe GitHub and OpenAI inside of here. And then you'll notice as we scroll down inside of the coverage map down here that you'll see, like, for example, since we're going and collecting OpenAI data, it's letting us know, like, hey, of the data that's available via that API or the thing that you're collecting, you have 100% coverage of what is available to even go collect from that particular thing. So the only area that I'm really seeing improvement that we could make inside of our environment is really under AWS. And as we go expand AWS inside of here, we already got some of the notifications up here at the top letting us know some areas for improvement down there, but this is really going to just kind of help you validate that down here. And we can see, so for example, of all of the EKS clusters that we see, we have about 90% or 91% coverage inside of there. So bringing all those management plane logs, what's going on inside of our EKS. DynamoDB, 0. So we have nothing coming in from DynamoDB, and only about 45% of our VPC Flow Logs and very little of our Route 53 data. And so one of the things you can do is we can come over here and click on Show Details, for example, and it's going to give us some idea just saying, hey, we have insufficient coverage from things like VPC Flow Logs inside of here. Total 402 VPCs that we found. So basically, we looks like there's 333 total accounts inside of here that have flow logs enabled. We want to go bring in that data and kind of help out increase some visibility inside of our environment. Very similar if we go look at something like DynamoDB, we can say show the details. So there's no configuration coverage whatsoever on this data, and just kind of letting us know where we're seeing it, what environments are seeing it. So basically, where would we want to go enable things like this to help increase that coverage. So really, that's kind of the essentials of the Log Insights and how you can leverage that. And so stay tuned for our next video where we go into the MITRE ATT&CK tab. Thank you.